Hello, hello. Good evening. And how are you all doing? We are here. That's FYI After Dark. I'm your host, Yolanda Hinton. I'm here with Edward Everett, aka Mr. E, who is the co-host. Mr. E, how are you?
And a pleasant good afternoon to you all, and thank you so much for joining us on FYI After Dark. I'm wonderful, and I'm wonderful.
Look, it's been a minute, right?
That's right, it's been a minute, and we apologize for the delay, but guess what? We're here, we're on and popping, and we are back.
Yes, we are back. We are excited. Oh my goodness, there's so much to talk about, so much that's been going on, Mr. E. But before we do that, we want to welcome our platform.
That's
We
right.
want to welcome Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. As a matter of fact, you can go to our YouTube channel at Crystal Records One, CRISTO Records One. Subscribe to our channel. Send us a little note. Say hello. We want to know who you are and who is that that's supporting us. We are so curious and also so thankful for those that have been viewing us, Mr. E, on FYI After Dark and FYI Radio Show in the morning.
That's right. We want to thank you so very much. We couldn't have never made it these 8 years without your support. We thank you for supporting us on FYI AM and FYI PM in the morning and after dark and on all social media platforms. So we want to bring you nothing but the very best and help you to rise above mere survival.
Absolutely. We also want to mention that we are on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on FYI Radio Morning Show. We're on what channels, Mr. E?
We're on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, and WMVA 88.9 FM.
Along with our wonderful friends on, again, Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. You know, it's wonderful, Mr. E. Not only do we cover live radio, we are on the social media platforms, we're on the World Wide Web. You know, we are excited because we can reach so many people, and we're doing that. In these
That's
8 years, it seems as though we're building up more and more and more and more listeners and friends and fans and viewers, and it is absolutely exciting.
That's right. It's amazing how technology is working for us and
Yes.
how we have been all over the world. We can be heard all over the world also on our AM show by going to, in our morning show by going to 1400 AM and 1350 AM church webcast. And all you have to do is click and listen live. That's
Yes.
all you have to do. And we thank you so very much. And you can hear us in your cars just as well on both AM and FM.
Yes, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We want to know who you are. We want to shout you out. We want suggestions. We want you all to join us on our platforms to have great discussion and also be a special guest. Mr. He's going to tell you how you can be a special guest, sponsor, and intern with FYI After Dark and our morning show in a little while. We're going to get that information. In the meantime, we're going to welcome our sponsors. First of all, FYI, of course,
Yeah,
our radio show is our sponsor. But I want to go to Beard Gods, one of our sponsors, and we would love for you to visit www.beardgods, that's BEARD, Gods, GODZ, .com. The owner is Mr. Chris Hinton, and he has a wonderful setup there on his website, Mr. E.
that's
All
right.
kind of things for his beard and for your beard and for hair and for you got hoodies, you got vitamins, you have combs and picks, you have all kind of things. And Mr. E is waiting very patiently for his order. Is that right, Mr. E?
That's right. I'm waiting very patiently for my order because hey, I've got some stuff that need to be handled and taken care of.
Yes,
And I
yes.
want and
You,
I want it to look its very, very best. I don't have the beard, but I got the goatee.
well, I tell you what, Mr. E, if they go to beardgods.com, they're going to find out how they can condition the hair, how they shampoo the hair, how they manage it with balms and ointments, and how they can help make it healthier with the vitamins and things, biotin, vitamins. You need a special pick as well, and that's up there. You need a nice hoodie with the Beard God. What you call logo and the hat, making beards great again. And there's just so many things to choose from. And you all just make sure you go and check them out. That's www.beardgods.com. That's beardgodz.com. Mr. Chris Hinton would love to hear from you. Send him a message. Tell him some of the problems that you're having with your beard and how you want to make it really groomed. He has a wonderful full hair on his head, on
That's
his
right.
beard. And he definitely has learned throughout the years, Mr. E, on how to manage the hair on his head and on his beard, because some things were problematic as he first started out growing his beard. But now I'm telling you, you look at him, you know that he's a pro.
That's right. That's right. He remind me of James Harden on TV. You seen James Harden. He got
Yes.
the full beard. Yep, that's how Chris has his full beard. And guess what? I'm gonna have me a full goatee pretty soon.
Absolutely. We also want to welcome Bulvic. So excited about Bulvic. I want to say thank you to you all that are buying the books. Bullying is right underneath your nose. The Diary of a Former Bully. Those things, those books are on Audible. They're Spanish, English, downloads, hard copy. You can go up there on bulvicacademy.com. That's BULVIC. And you can actually get them there for our wonderful, wonderful game, Bulvic. You can actually get the link there on the website, but you can also go to Google Play. You can get the game there, Bulvic, BULVIC. Just type that in. Or you can go to apple.com and get the game. It's a wonderful game, Mr. E. It's an
That's right.
adventure. It's fighting monsters. It's an anti bullying message. And we would love for you all to make sure you support there. But also make sure you go to Bulvic Academy, because in our blogs, we have a lot of information for parents and schools about bullying, what it is, why people bully, and some of the things you can do to help prevent it. Some of the concerns of students, concerns of parents, and it addresses the bully, the bystander, and the victim. It's a lot of great information on bulvicacademy.com, and we'd love for you to go there. Get those items for your family, for your school, and also don't forget to get the information that we have up there on Bulvic. Bullying is right underneath your nose is one of the books. The Diary of a Former Bully is the newest, I mean, spanking brand new. So we would love for you all to go up there and get those links and get your book. Like I said, it's Audible, Spanish, English, download, hard copy, you name it, we have it there. And it's a wonderful, wonderful product there for the family. Also, let me mention, we're taking information for our Young Women Achieving Success program. We end the program in May, but we recruit early for the following year. So if you all have girls ages 10 to 17, you all please, please, please let them be a part of this program. You can call 757-287-6792. That's 287-6792, area code 757. Get more information. We have the brochure online at Young Women Achieving Success page, or you can email me at Crystal Community, CRISTO Community at Cox.net, and I can send you the brochure, give you information about, what we do, our mission, and who we serve, and just wonderful sisterhood that we put together and been doing it since 2006. Crystal Records is actually the sponsor of Young Women Achieving Success. So excited about it, Mr. E, and so happy that not only have we done Young Women Achieving Success, but Young Men Achieving Success program as well.
That's right. That's right. And we're happy to bring all of that great information to you to help you to see that your young men and your young women will be under great care. And not only that, they'll be learning and be able to move to that next level.
Absolutely. Make them well rounded and, give them tools along with parents and the schools and churches that help them just become all that they can be. The potential that's in them will come out as a result of being around positive mentors, great subject matter, the sisterhood or the brotherhood, and just, being able to, share your life with them to make a great impact. And we're so excited about Christo Community. It's been a 501c3 since 2004. The program started in 2006. We have a time of giving. There are so many things that we do under this umbrella, and we're excited about it. You can give to Christo Community. Just email christocommunity@cox.net, CRISTO record. I'm talking about records. Christo Community at Cox.net. Christo Community at Cox.net. Make sure you send me an email and let me know. We would love to support this wonderful, wonderful program because we want to see this program go forth, go on, and we want to make sure our young men achieving success and our young women have the things that they need in this program.
That's what it's all about.
Yes. Now, the Royal Ladies Pie. Don't forget the Royal Ladies Pie. Now, listen, those that are organizations, you have special events, special occasions, 757-470-0224. Give me a ring, a ding, ding. We'll have those pies ready for you anytime you need them. And they're wonderful pies. We also have some other things that we're going to add to the menu shortly. And so, but you can get your pies at any time. Mr. E, do you have any announcement? We've gone through our sponsors. And do you have any announcements before we go on to share some great news for our listeners and viewers?
Just want to let everybody know, don't forget to tune in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. And join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more of this great FYI Radio Show.
Absolutely. Look, I am so excited. I've been in the studio. I think I've mentioned it to our audience, Mr. E, a few times, but now I'm able to really make the announcement because we have the new single, Make It All Right, up and popping. You can go to Amazon right now. Just go to my page, my personal page. The link is there. We're going to put the link down here in the chat as well. But it's also going to be on iTunes this week, CD Baby, Spotify. You're going to be able to get it wherever music is sold. Go. It's called Make It All Right. It's a great tune. It's fresh off the press, Mr. E. I just received the hard copy. If you all are interested in getting a hard copy, I know people are just mostly doing downloads, but if you want a copy, you can contact me through my personal page, DM, or right there on Instagram. It's called Make It All Right. Don't forget that. I'll be putting the links there. You all can definitely download it. Tell folk about it. It is a great song.
That's right. It's a wonderful song, and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to let it go without you hearing or purchasing it, because it'll make it all right. It's one of the tops I ever heard. Beautiful music done by yours truly, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. And my God, you won't regret it.
Absolutely. Go to the link right there on Facebook. I will also put it on Instagram and all the other social media platforms. It's on Amazon right now, but it will soon this week, and I'm going to send those links to you all. Be on the other musical platforms, music where you can buy music. It will be there, and but I'm very excited because Amazon is the first one that popped up. And it's called Make It All Right. You'll see the wonderful sunset, the picture of the sunset, looking out on the sunset, and really, really, really feeling good about knowing that this message is a message that really is going to touch the heart of many.
That's
So
wonderful.
you all don't forget, make it all right. The link is there on Facebook, and it'll soon be tonight on the other platforms. Make sure you all support and get it and talk about it. You're going to see some other things come real soon as well. And we just want to say thank you ahead of time for those that will purchase, download the new music. So, Mr. E, today is Monday. We're getting closer, closer, and closer to the end of February. This is a leap year. Did you know this is a leap year? So anybody that's born February 29th, your birthday comes every 7 years. I don't, and so, but anyway, we are seeing signs of spring approaching. We're seeing the signs. We have daylight saving time coming in March, and we see where we see little buds on the trees, and we see a little warm coming, just reminding us that, you know what? It's going to change. Something's going to change in a little while. Now, from this time to where we really warm up, it takes a little time too. But I assure you that our weather is going to be up and down until that time. But we're going to experience some cool, some cold, and we're going to experience some warm. And Mr. E is still trying to get that snow.
That's right. I'm really trying to get me some snow. I want some snow. I'm like the songwriter said, Dean Martin, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, because it kills the germs, and that's what we need.
Who told you that? Is that a true? Is that true tea?
That's true tea. That's true tea, that it kills all germs.
Amazing. But anyway, Mr. E, we're so glad to be here. So much is going on. Tonight, our segment is Serving That Tea. Now, we usually, listen to this, we usually do a little bit of serving tea on our Friday segment, What's in Your Closet, issues concerning women. But because we have so much time on our social media platform, we are so excited to be able to stir it up tonight. We're going to do a little bit of breaking news, but we'll also add some social media tea in the mix and stir it up. And look, stir it up and serve. Missy, where's my tea bag? I can't find my tea bag. It's just something I just can look. We also have these cups available if you are interested. All right, now. I have my water here, though. If you're interested in getting these cups are available. Just go ahead and text us at fYI Radio Show, hosted by Yolanda Hinton, or Edward Everett's personal page or my personal page. You can get a cup so you can serve that tea.
That's right.
Listen, you got any tea? I know it's so much going on. We got the political thing. We've got the movie stars and Hollywood. Speaking of that, we wanted to talk a little bit about Wendy Williams and her biopic. Have you all seen it? It's on the Lifetime channel, and I'm telling you, it was a lot of surprises. They had announced her disease that she has as a result of, just long time use of certain things. She's talked about it, but her body has begun breaking down as a result of some things that she has done, or things that just affect the body, whether it's environment, whether it's substances or alcohol or whatever. She's discussed these things, and I'm telling you, You all are gonna have to see that biopic. Mr. E, what did you think? I know you looked at part one, but it was two parts.
Well, I looked at part one of Wendy Williams, and I mean, because folk may not never know that she's the executive producer of this Wendy Williams bio. But the thing about it is real talk. It's real talk, and it's not just sugarcoating her trials and her area or her life journey. It's telling the story as it is.
Yes, I'm telling you, she's allowing the cameras to get in and go deep, honey, into her business. And I mean, Mr. E, it is not the most attractive thing to look at. It has a lot of spooky moments.
You know, it's
Go
got
ahead.
it's got a lot of spooky moments to it, Miss Hinton. And just in case our listening audience didn't know that, yeah, she has a little dimension too. She's got some of everything going on with her. You know,
She has Graves' disease. She has dementia. She has, what's the disease that that affects the fluid in your body? Lymphedema is, and it's another thing. The actor Bruce Willis has this same particular disease, and it affects affects the body and everything. And it is just it's just so much to really take in as we see her. I remember Wendy Williams in the radio days, and she won't know she was a beast.
That's right.
Let me say this. When, if we look at social media now, everybody on all the platforms, you're going to see people that really know how to go down and they know how to get dirty. I'm going to tell you, Wendy Williams was doing it in radio years ago. The same thing, Mr. E, that's happening on our social media platform. Wendy Williams was that beast. And she would try to take everything down she could take down with her words and how she, would ask questions and interview. When you come on Wendy Williams, you better plan on making a fight. When you were on radio with her, what you call Judge Mathis, he had to tangle with her. Whitney Houston, he had to tangle with her.
And, when you looking at that, it's called Where is Wendy Williams? That's the document that airs on Lifetime, February the 24th and the 25th, only days after Wendy Williams. She's got 4 front to temporal dementia diagnosed. And she's got another one, APHASIA. And so,
Spell that again for us, Mr. E.
AP. APHASIA. Yeah.
I tell you, it's a beast because it's actually has taken Bruce Willis under.
That's right.
And I got a chance to look at it. Mr. E got a chance to look at it, and like I said, it wasn't a pretty sight. There are some things that were really shocking. Her appearance, Mr. E, the bulging eyes, the pale face, the lymphedema, and her whole body seemed like it was just going under.
Ms. Hinton, when we begin to look at this text, this is tea for you, that this document talks about the struggle with her health, including disorders, grave disease. It also deals with Wendy being placed under a financial guardianship in 2022. She says she has no money as a result. When we see her lash out at those around her without warning, we see her cry, we see her. This the feeling of this explicit one ex-use wrote that I actually uncomfortable watching this. I actually was uncomfortable watching that. She absolutely valued, and I don't know who has her utmost good in mind. We find some disorder in a family. We find that folks was really taking advantage of her. And we find that her sons and her nieces and her nephew, well, she talks about it. And if she talks about the diagnosis, her heart broke, her privacy, her public, being a public figure, uh,
Yes,
coping and healing and develop strategy to move forward, just like anybody else. I mean, when
absolutely.
you see Wendy, you see about her feet, her mental illness, you see everything. You really wouldn't thought that when the
Absolutely.
bulging eyeballs, I said, "Oh, my Malanta."
Yes, it was something to behold. But Mr. E, it reminds me of two artists in particular. And you just mentioned the family and the fact that a lot of times when the guardians, when they have guardianship through the courts, it takes and pushes the family away. I was thinking about Britney Spears, and I
Yeah,
was thinking about Michael Jackson. How they, I know Michael Jackson in particular, became isolated.
that's right.
The
That's
family
right.
couldn't get to him. They wouldn't allow, you had the, what you call it, gatekeepers and all these folk that will keep your loved ones away from you, and you don't know what to do. Wendy's family felt so helpless. Her son, her nephew, her niece, her sister, her father, her brother felt like, what in the world are we going to do? What can we do to help our family member? The courts got her,
That's
and
right.
they have just taken over her finances. They just have taken over her life. But guess what, Mr. E? If you have a court appointed person, why are you looking like that? She talked about being, consuming so much alcohol. And again, Wendy is the executive producer for this documentary. Uh, she talks about, just how her finances was just swept from under her.
Yeah.
Wells Fargo was the bank that just took a
Just
hold of it. The
money.
courts
Yeah.
allowed them to just take it. So family members that was helping her out and making sure she got what she needed, and was there for them, was pushed away and isolated. Britney Spears, I think about her when it comes to her mental health and mental illness. It's like you don't have that life. Your life is taken over by somebody.
That's
And
right.
they call it protecting that person. But this is what I'm going to ask you, Mr. E. If you got a guardian and people that's supposed to be taking care of you and taking care of your money, why are you looking like that? Why
Well,
are you looking so bad?
that's how folk are. When you got, some folks are like that, Miss Hinton. You got somebody that's in charge of your estate, and you think that they're gonna run it the way that is supposed to be run. When I look around and I see folks who have allowed somebody to be in charge of them, and you say to yourself, well, why are they not looking their best? Why are they looking like somebody just when I look at Wendy Williams, I said to myself, this cannot be real because she's walking around with fur boots on and all that. And in this documentary, you find that her closet is so junky, her room is so junky. She's not, she's really not living up to, excuse me, living up to expectation.
Bottles of alcohol in
Oh,
the bed,
oh,
all so this is the question I have, Mr. E, for you. Mr. E,
uh-huh.
they so busy taking care of the money
The
good.
money, for the love of
Now
money,
you tell me why they're not taking care of her good.
because money trumps everything.
Mm,
Money trumps everything. We'll buy you this, we give you a little this, and we'll make it look like we're doing something for you. But guess what? I have access to your finances, and I need some Jordans, I need some clothes, I need a new whip. I'm going to live the life because guess what? You allow me. See, you allow me to be in charge of your estate. And so that means that I can do whatever I want to do within reason, and there's nothing nobody can say about it.
but you know what? We understand that sometimes you have to separate family members from the moolah. And sometimes you have to separate family members from that person. But I'm saying if you choose to take care of this person, the courts and the guardian, don't tell me you looking like somebody just drugged you in the daggone mud. The money's being well taken care of, but you looking bad.
That's right.
Something wrong with that picture. And so in that first part, part one, and we would love to hear from you all in the chat. Tell us what you think. Did you enjoy it? Were you surprised? It was spooky. Mr. E, I can't lie. Just to see Wendy Williams, because Wendy Williams also had this wonderful show, the Wendy Williams Show, and it was high end. All the celebrities in the whole wide world was up there. Wendy looked good, and she had a wonderful, wonderful hit show. Then eventually, uh, it began to break down. But at the end, not all throughout the years, she began to suffer with these disease. She first came out, talked about Graves' disease and lymphedema and different things like that. And then it was a downward spiral. But she also talked about the alcohol abuse. She talked about eventually coming out with the drug abuse and the fact that she had to go into a rehabilitation center. And it's just a sad thing to me to see her from her beginnings, and then to see her in the state that she was in, and how everything had gone down. She was divorced from her husband, and he had a baby with another woman. Not allegedly, it's the truth. Y'all know.
That's tea.
And the thing about it is, it seemed like things had taken a turn for the worse. But she's had a flourishing career, made so much money, and but to see her in the state she was in, it was really amazing to see that. But the thing about it is, Wendy, I believe she said that she wanted the world to see her as she was, what she was going through in real time, her real life. And I'm glad in part two, Mr. E, we saw a glimmer of hope. We saw wherein her family was going to be able to rally around her. Her sister, I believe, said that she was going to take some classes to be able to take care of her. Her son has access to her again. So it was definitely on a better track. But the thing about it is, it's, to me, it's wonderful that the family is going to be able to embrace her like Wendy wants it. But she still has so many different challenges, Mr. E.
That's right.
With the diseases that she has. We're hoping that, she can be either restored to better health, or something can be done to give her a good quality of life in these days.
That's right. When you look at that, when you look at her show, Miss Hinton, that's one of the hardest things that one would ever believe, that a person of that magnitude would be dealing with life in that perspective.
Yes.
When I look at Wendy Williams, I would think that she's supposed to be on top of the world, because she was a great, what you call a great commentator, great announcer, a great reporter. She did her homework, and she had everything going on point. But when and this is what a lot of people need to learn. Once you make it to the top, and you are no longer able to handle your own finances, handle your own money, and have loyal people behind you. When you get to that point and your mind get to playing tricks on you, you get dementia, and all you got to worry about is say, well, you got to have the best person do what the best person can do for you, and make sure that in the way they treat you, that you'll be satisfied.
Absolutely. So there's so much going on. I was just looking at some of the information that's coming up about Tyler Perry. Let me say something about these social media streets. These social media streets are not kind. And they got everybody pulled into it. They got scandals on preachers, and people are trying to pull certain ones down. There's so much out there about who is what and how they identify themselves. And you got the good and the bad. You got the fact that these platforms are here for us to promote what we do and to give good information. But on the other side, Mr. E, you got these folks in these social media streets dragging everything down to the ground. And some of it is true and some of it is a lie.
That's right. That's right. You'd be surprised of how folks would take care of you once you have departed and gone to Sandusky and said bye-bye. Guess what? You'd be surprised how folks would really take you to take care of you.
What do you mean take care of you?
Yeah, once that folk ain't gonna, when you get the wrong person taking care of your estate, you gonna look at Wendy. She got people that's supposed to have been taking good care of her. But when you look at her appearance, you'll find she walking around with hot pants on and fishnet stockings and snow boots, and a little robe around her. Come on now. Is that the way she's supposed to be living? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so I was talking about that, but I was talking about social media in the sense of what's going on in these social media streets, Miss E.
Well,
and the fact that we've got folks dragging folks like T.D. Jakes, they're dragging so many people, they're scandalizing their name. You got social media commentators and bloggers dragging one another. We got singers and artists dragging each other. People with their business out in the street, just like Monique and her son. It was a surprise to see that. That was a very surprising thing to see that in how it played out on social media. A mother and son going toe to toe, and it wasn't pretty.
Miss Cynthia, when you started talking about that, it's called street life.
Street life.
That's street life. If you don't know what street life is all about, let social media get a hold of it. Let the streets get a hold of your mess, and the streets will add, they will subtract, they would build, they would scandal your name, they would talk about you. Why? Because now your business is in the street.
They're gonna make up stuff. Some of these folks gonna make up stuff on you too. It don't have to be true. Some of it is true.
It's in the street. Just
some of it is true tea. Some of it is not. But there's a young lady who was just made national news with her social media page on TikTok, and she's talking about who she married. I'm going to try to find it for you, Mr. E. But she is serving so much tea on who she married, who she's married to, and why she was married to him, that Channel 3 got to it here and on Gail, the morning show that Gail hosts.
Yeah.
Gail King hosts. And honey, that's how much tea that was served and stirred up. It had so many hits, clicks, and views off of one subject about who she married, why she married him, or she can't believe that she's married to this individual. So they are highlighting this person, and this person is now benefiting from having this content.
Who is she?
I'm going to find it for you in a minute. I had been seeing flashes of it. She was just on, like I said, today. In the meantime, we're going to talk about her, but we're going to also talk about Club Shay Shay, which Club Shay Shay is the one that Club. Now, I want to not necessarily the content of Club Shay Shay, but the fact that Club Shay Shay is on social media. And it is blowing up. But let me say this, and this is what I want to say about social media. It seems like it feeds off of the negative in a sense. Meaning you can become a star.
That's right.
You can become well known on the negative.
That's right.
So, so folk are up there, folk are going on. And the thing about it, Misty, they're telling all their business, and folks are able to get all their business. There was a young man that was just up there talking about Larry Reed and all them, and he's filling so many big. It's just, these streets are not kind, and they telling the most intimate things about folk. And it's just something to behold. But the thing about it is, Mr. E, people are now wondering if it is good for people, or let's put it like this, for children to be able to access social media,
That's right.
because it's causing depression, it's causing suicide, it's causing anxiety, and so many things, because the streets are, like you said, it's a beast.
That's right. The
And
streets
it's so
don't play.
many people that are out there that are promoting things, but the negative is creeping in. And getting back to Monique and her son, do you think, Mr. E, that that type of conversation should have come up in these social media streets?
I don't think that conversation should have came up in social media streets because everybody's adding and adding and
Oh, that's
adding.
a good point.
And then when they add, now they go, because when you tell somebody something, it don't come out like you told them. They got to add their version to it. They got to juice it up. And they got to say, well, Dante told me, and I know it's true because Dante is my boy, and Dante ain't gonna put no stuff out there. So when you start hearing stuff like that, you hearing that it's come from different versions and is in the street. Streets will make your mess look good and make your mess look bad.
So,
Streets
Mr.
don't
Yes.
play.
So, Mr. E, I found it. It's called "Who the F Did I Marry?" And I'm not going to, promote the name of the person, but she has so far almost 1 million
Clicks and
followers,
likes.
almost 1 million followers
Clicks
off
and
of
likes.
this subject matter. And she found herself on the morning show hosted by Gail King with this subject matter. Uh, and she's telling so much on this, the husband and this and that, telling just one side, her side,
That's right.
and it's blowing up in these social media streets. So it seems like people are enjoying that tea. I mean, whether it's positive, negative, or what, they are stirring and serving. And let's tell it like it is. Clicks and views and all that stuff make you money.
Well, here's
And
the thing.
so
You got
people are coming up with all kind of things, all kind of ideas, and going into business right there on social media.
Here's the thing you got to understand, and I'm putting my 2 cents in it. I'm putting my 2 cents in it. Well, here's the thing you got to understand about Monique. If she can't make it in the big league with the big boys, Monique is now making it the way that she know how to making it by by putting out their rumors to make herself look good. She's talking to everybody. Ain't no shame in her game. She's telling all her business, and they know that that'll make her grow when she started talking about family matters, because everybody knows that her family is tore up from the floor up, and then when you look at it, Dad, who she call her husband, he ain't going
Daddy,
nowhere, Daddy, because he ain't got no job, and
uh, allegedly, he's the manager.
he's the manager, and they making that looting loop on clicks and views. And folks may not understand. You can get monitored. You can go on these social media platform with some good content and juicy content and keeping stuff folk want to know. And you can make a boatload of money just by lies you tell.
But let me mention this, Mr. E, and I wonder if our audience want to chime in. Do you all think that this thing is just about a whole lot of good marketing? Because you can get on social media and you can have a little nice show like FYI radio
Yeah,
show,
yeah,
but somebody would come in and tell you, if you make it controversial, if you throw some lies, if you make it scandalous, low down and negative, your numbers would pop up. Do you think it's all about marketing? Do you think that some of these people are getting together and saying, look, let's make this story good by you say this and I say that? Sometimes I think of with the artists and things like that, some of the rappers, the artists. music artists and things like that, that they purposely, and I don't know, you all let me know if I'm stirring or serving some tea. I'm not sure, but in my mind, sometimes I think it's this a marketing thing of being able to market and know what people want. People want the negative.
That's right.
They want the scandals. They want the foolishness. I
That's
mean, they are rolling and the numbers are climbing. You know, you get a real nice show like this, and you got to work 8 years to build up.
that's
You
right.
know, you
That's
but
right.
let somebody throw out some trash and scandal and darkness, and I'm telling you, folks gonna run and eat it up. It's about marketing and what people want, and in this day and time, people want the most negative thing that you can stir up.
The lies, and the more lies. That's what folk want. They don't want the truth. They want you tell a lie. You know, they accept that they accept a lie before they accept the truth. You know,
Yeah.
folks strive on lies. If you tell a person the truth, they don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Yep,
tell them
yep,
a lie, they'll believe a lie quicker than they will believe the truth.
absolutely. I
Because
wanted,
and
Missy, I wanted to go to our political because you know the political is always
lie,
serving up some crap. But
lie.
we got this 2024 election coming up. A lot going on, a lot of primaries, a lot of talking and talk, a lot of foolishness, a lot of truth, a lot of lies. Uh, we have a former president who is 91 in it. I mean, he deep in dookie with criminal and civil charges, and it don't look good for the brother. Uh,
Well,
Speaking of the brother, y'all boy, the former president Donald Trump. Donald Trump was talking about y'all so bad the other night, and he was sitting up there just talking to a whole group of black folks, and they were sitting up there clapping for some
clapping
stuff
for
that I thought was just nonsense and out of this world.
you know, Miss Hinton, and he said that he got y'all votes
Cause
because
y'all what?
y'all love going to jail. Y'all are criminals. Y'all like being criminals. Y'all love going to jail, and you like tennis shoes.
You like tennis shoes, you like going to jail, you like his mugshot, y'all can
Yeah,
relate to it. Y'all bums, lazy, y'all ain't got nothing going for you. And folks sitting up there keying over that. I said to myself, when did the world get where you sitting up there letting somebody tell you,
well,
who
God,
do men say that I am? Who
well,
do
God,
men say that I? Do you tell me that people are telling you that you ain't fit for nothing? You are a crook and a. That's why you're in love with crookdom.
that's
It's
right.
like what's going on? What African American people? This is Black History Month. We're celebrating us. That means this is a teachable moment. You don't have no business letting somebody sit there and tell you you ain't nothing but a criminal and you love crime and that's all you about and that's why you're there because you love what that person is putting out, stirring up and serving the doo-doo, and folks were sitting up there eating it up.
You know, Miss Hinton, when we look at that, we ask the question: what qualifications is needed to be a president? You
Mm,
know, when I ask the question, what qualifications are needed to be a president, and it says you got to be a U.S. citizen, you got
mhm.
to live in the United States for such a long time. It didn't say whether or not you had to be a crook. It didn't say
That's
whether or
right.
not you had to be a thief. It didn't say whether or not you have to be this, or that.
Anybody could run.
Anybody can run for president of the United States of America. Whether you have a clean slate, never been to jail in your life, or you done cut somebody, stab somebody, rape somebody, murder somebody, done cuss somebody out. Yes, you got all those qualifications to be the president of the United States. If
Absolutely.
you
So
owe money, you know, look at this former that's old in money. It now has a judgment of $454 million in
yes,
New York silver fault case. But
absolutely.
y'all call him your president.
Well, I tell you what, folk are gonna go and vote for him, whether
If
he's in
they do,
prison,
they
out of
kill you.
prison. But there are cases that are coming up. He's lost some of his civil cases. He has appealed. Did you know that, Mr. E?
That's right.
He has
That's right.
appealed that $450-something million. He's got to now put a bond up and say, I need to appeal this. You cannot appeal without having that moo. Without having that moolah, that judgment says that you've got to put up that money or shut up. You can't even appeal. So they say he's going to appeal, and we're going to see. But in the meantime, the DA, Alvin Bragg, he filed a gag order on Trump, threatening witness jury and investigation on Truth Social. He's going to make sure that he keeps his mouth shut in the trial that he's having in Manhattan. The Stormy Daniels, hush money. He's going to make sure that Trump does not go out the box with this. Now, listen to this. They said in the civil trial, Mr. E, that he could get away with a few things. It's civil. It's all about the Benjamin, that moolah. He lost that. He's appealing it. But they say when it comes to the criminal charges, he can't come in there cutting up, because the first thing they do is they throw you in the jail, throw you in jail.
Right.
Where you getting away with it in the civil charge case, they are not going to play with you. So the DA, Alvin Bragg of Manhattan, he's filing a gag order to make sure names are not slipped out. Make sure he stays on the straight and narrow. Do you believe? I got to ask you some more questions. Do you believe, Mr. E, that a gag order can shut up the former president of the United States, Donald Trump?
Never that. Never that. Never that. You can't keep his mouth closed to save his life. Well, you're giving him so many open platforms. He's got every time you turn around, there's a platform here and a platform there. There's a platform here. And no, he can't keep, because there's so many reporters. There's a pulling him tooth and nails, and he really ready to tell the story. And then they all said it was just a witch hunt.
Ooh, they saying it's a witch hunt. It's so much going on in the political. You got January the 6th case coming up. Fani Willis, her case coming up. We've gotten all kind of folk that's going to be involved in these cases. We're going to keep stirring and serving it up. In the meantime, we got the primaries going on. We got Nikki Haley, who is saying, I'm not going to get out. Word on the street, Mr. E, the T was that the brothers backed off.
Koch brothers.
The Koch brothers, they said backed off of her. They had backed off of Trump, but the word on the street is that the girl don't have that money, but she has some money somewhere. They're thinking that she's going to make it to the March dates for the primaries, but not quite sure she's going to be able to go in unless she got some money she's sitting on that is just out of this world. So we're going to see how the political end up. In the meantime, you have now you have this thing with Biden. Somebody's was trying to get him and his son in a mess, and they got caught. They got caught because they were dealing with them auras. I'm not even going to say the word. Them auras. And now it's like, okay, they rearrested this character, and he is, and look, they won't let him out on bond, sitting up there messing with the enemy and trying to get something on Joe Biden and Bull.
Well, see, the thing about it is they know what's dear to Joe Biden, what's dear to Biden, his sons. Yeah. When you started messing with that man's sons, that's like any family member, any parent. When you started messing with my sons, it's going to cause havoc. It's going to be a problem. And so, when you start messing them folks cheering, you can rest assured you're going to have problems. It got me so much. One time I saw Mr. Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, he was doing an interview, and the journalist asked him, say, do you remember your sons? Because they're going to say his mind gone. Do you remember? He said, wait a minute, about his son, Bo. He said, well, listen, I want you to know I wear Bo here, I wear bow there, and it's just that I know my son. Why in the world they want to go ahead because he's an older senior gentleman and that he walks kind of cockeyed? Trump was talking about him today. Trump said when he walks, he just forgets where he going after the speech is over. He don't even know which way to turn. So, and folks are really, really laughing at that and taking that stuff serious. And so because they love that gossip. See, if you really want to win a battle, put it in the streets.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, Mr. E. Trump said they say the gag order won't allow him to attack the witnesses and jury in the gag order. And that's going to be hard.
That's right.
But Trump is saying that they're trying to take away his free speech. And so, this is the thing. AG Bragg, the Attorney General, has gotten in front of this case. This case is coming up in March, but has gotten in front of this case and saying, we know what you did in the civil cases. You won't be doing that here, bro. You won't be. I'm not playing with you. It's amazing how, he's dealing with the courts, and the courts are saying, not here. Not today.
We talk about Trump. Here's some tea for you. A judge gave Trump 30 days.
Yes.
30 days to pay the $4 million in the civil fraud.
Or else.
If he don't, he owes an additional $112,000 in interest each day he doesn't pay.
Well, he has appealed, and he wants the courts to tell him that either he don't have to pay that much or he don't have to pay anything at all. I wish him luck. I believe that he will not win that particular case, and it's just going to be a mess. Somebody that has to pay up so much money, and you still have 91 indictments. Mr. E, it's not over, bro. It's not over.
It's not over till the fat lady sing. Ms. Hinton, when we talk about the political realm, I want to say to our listening audience, get out there and vote.
Yes.
Your vote does count.
Yes.
Listen to me real good. If you get to the point and you say your vote don't count, all you doing is saying, but your vote. Here's the thing that gets me so much about people is this: they say my vote don't count, but you're voicing your opinion about the situation when you can do something about the situation. Why get behind closed doors and raise all the havoc in the world about your opinion of what you think gonna happen when you have the power with the pen? And all you got to do is go down to the polls and sit down and pull the lever or shade in your opinion of who you want to vote for. Don't sit back. And I want to tell our audience, don't sit back and talk turkey for chicken feed and you ain't gonna do nothing about it.
A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people say, well, I'm not going to vote. It don't make no sense. Well, sit back and let somebody else get that spot. Now, listen to this, Mr. E. Years ago, folks fought for the right to have abortion, for women to have abortion. Roe versus Wade.
That's right.
Look at when people don't pull together for their cause, what happened? Look what's on the opposing side. They have taken away the rights of women concerning their own bodies. Why? Because somebody thought that way. Somebody was asleep somebody fell asleep and wasn't watching. Because the former President Trump also said that he was instrumental in putting judges there to take and overturn Roe versus Wade. And so when you sit back, anything can creep in, any rights that can be taken. You can sit home and keep tick-tocking and using the remote control all you want, and your rights can be taken away in an instant. I thought I would never see the day, Mr. E, where Roe versus Wade would be overturned, and because we saw how hard people fought for the rights to have abortion. It was murder. It was chaos. It was treacherous. It was blowing up all kind of clinics and stuff like that. We saw the war.
That's
And
right.
the thing about it now, women are appalled, and a lot of people are appalled at the fact that somebody's going to tell you what to do with your health and
That's
what to
right.
do with your body. But guess what? You cannot sleep when you believe in a cause. If you believe in that cause, you got to vote. If you don't believe in that cause, you got to vote. You've got to make sure, because you're going to wake up one day and the other people that have gone out to vote are going to have their way. And so this is what we're seeing now. We're seeing folk that said, we're going to creep in right now, and we're going to let this man make it up, put these judges and make these folk get in there that's going to say, look, women, you don't have a right to abortion. You don't have a right to your health, your education, or nothing else. We about to take a whole lot of stuff from you.
And
And
that's
keep
what
on coming with that mindset that you don't have rights and you don't have voting rights and all that kind of stuff. See what happens.
and that's what they say, Miss Hinton. When are grown folk? These women are grown women. These are grown folk. You mean to tell me you don't have control over what you say so in your body?
You won't have control over a whole lot of things if you sit back
you
and
can't
go to
say
sleep.
you can't say what's right, what's wrong, because somebody else is control. So if you decide that you want to have a baby, do you need permission?
You may after a while. This is what I'm saying. This is the point I'm trying to make is that, we're talking about, voting and things like that and women's issues and things like that. Word on the street is that if you fall asleep on anything, you're going to end up on the wrong side. You cannot have that mentality of my boat don't work, or I can't get involved. Keep saying that, and the very thing that you don't want to happen will happen. And so
That's
we've
right.
got to, be vigilant, and we have to definitely keep our eyes on what we want in this life. And it's Hilaria, how are you? We also have Ken Hyman. How are you all? All you all that are in the chat, make sure you say something so we can shout you out. Mr. E, anybody on Instagram?
We got Ed Jerome Snow. Snow. We got MSD757, and we got Miss Montier on the line too.
All right, excellent. While I have folk up here, Mr. E on the line, I want to make sure you all go to my Facebook page and get the Amazon link and go get "Make It All Right," the newest single by Yolanda Hinton.
That's right.
Make it all right. The link is there. Go by the link. Don't go just put it in there in Amazon. Get the link and go there and get "Make It All Right." Share the link with your friends so they can go and get it. And let's make this a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to spread a wonderful message to all. Again, I will post. I need to post the link here, and get that to you all on this platform. But please go to Yolanda Hinton's personal page. It will soon be on the other platforms, the iTunes, the CD Babies, real soon. The other ones are probably on Spotify. The other links, Spotify and CD Baby and all the other platforms should be there. Yeah. iTunes, give them another day or two, and you should be able to go up there. And it's called "Make It All Right." You gotta make sure you have the right link. Make It All Right. That's the newest one. It's 2024. Just came out. It's hot off the press. Make It All Right. That's the name of it. If you get any other title up there, it's not the right one. But go up there, click on the Amazon link, and it'll take you right there to Make It All Right.
That's right. That's all. Listen to just before we got a little Cam Newton going on right there.
Because we got sport. Mr. E, why is there so much drama in the sports world?
Well, see, the sports world it's a money thing. Let me do it that way. Mm-hmm. It's a money thing. In sports, Miss Hinton, it's not about how well you play the game, how finesse you may be, how the positions are run. It's how much money,
Ooh,
you
it's a
know,
money thing.
it's how much money you can make in that by playing that ball game. You know, when
Yeah.
you get out there and play basketball, when you get out there and play football, it ain't about the position back in the days of old when they were showing how running God, how God's supposed to do and how end's supposed to carry. It's about I got a one hand catch. Guess what? That's $100 million that I just made with that one hand catch. Or I
Wow.
can shoot from half court. I was looking at the ball game last night. I mean, it was just a 3-point shootout. Wasn't nobody driving up to the basket. There was no
Yes.
layup being so. So when young folks decided that they want to go out for the basketball team, do they learn how to play defense, or do they just come out there and shoot 3 pointers and that's the ball game?
I mean, why do you feel like it has changed?
That's what you look at. You're not looking at hands up, defense, defense, defense. They don't know nothing about defense. All they know is shoot that 3 pointer, shoot that
Well,
three.
maybe times have just changed. Have you ever thought about that, Mr. E?
I think times have changed because if you look around, the wardrobes are changing, garments are changing, everything you used to do. You know, they no longer using Union 5 skates anymore. They on rollerblades. You know, and who in the world can skate on a pair of rollerblades?
Well, what's the tea on Cam? You started to throw
Well,
out some tea. What's
Cam
going
Newton
down?
got into a fight. I just don't understand
What
these.
happened?
I just don't understand these football players and why that they going to the left with everything that they're doing. You know, I was just thinking about Cam, who was one of the greatest quarterbacks out here that you ever want to see. You know, Cam knew how to throw the ball, knew how to work the magic on the football, and then all of a sudden, Cam couldn't cut the mustard anymore. You know, he couldn't do what he's supposed to do. So his skill level went down. His you know he just fell down. You know, they say
Mhm.
Cam Newton has been removed from 7-on-7 football events. They said the NFL quarterback, Cam Newton, a former NFL quarterback, was involved in a scuffle
Mhm.
at a 7-on-7 football game at Atlanta, Georgia on Sunday. The event, organized by We Ball Sports, apparels and sports media company. Both youth under 15 and under 18 teams in Georgia and Alabama together for a competitive tournament. Cam Newton is the founder of the CN1, a program that participated. It's top shelf performing wide receiver and training and all. I mean, why fight?
Well, he can't help if somebody jumped him.
Well, they didn't say that somebody jumped. They said performing a wide receiver training facility in Atlanta. The youth teams in the event approached Newton at the top of a set of a step underneath weed ball. Oh, I saw a little bit of that. A weed
Mhm.
ball Sunday afternoon. Newton was grabbing and a fight assured. 2 men.
All right, Mr. E, you have froze. You may want to come out.
Coaches,
All right, go ahead. Uh-huh.
both coaches from Top Shelf Performer and formerly coaches with the quarterback. According to the source of the knowledge of the elite 7-on-7 football, the video showed Newton grabbing one of the combatants and dragging him aside while the focus continued. Police and security guard broke up the altercation. According to Nehemiah Mitchell, the co-founder of We Ball Sport, who once played football at Vanderbilt, everyone involved in the altercation were removed from the event, including Newton.
Yes.
Just and an unfortunate, Mitchell said, unfortunate situation. I mean, these are coaches. These are trash talkers. These are football players. They're trash talking in each other. If you look at it, they done took it from off the field where they're not getting paid for. They took it from off the field. Now they took it to real talk, real life.
Yes.
And because it's real life now, you know, anytime you take it from being in a controlled environment and you're bringing it to the what? The streets. And when
Yes.
the streets get it, it's nothing good. It's nothing nice. And now here you are, a quarterback of the NFL, and you got 15 teams and youth looking at you.
Yeah, but anyway, that's sports for you. Things have changed. There's a lot of drama. It's a lot going on everywhere.
That's right.
And so, you know, we're here to just kind of like highlight a few things, but we're going to keep our eyeballs on what's going on because, you know, on FYI Morning Show, a lot of times we stir and serve up that tea. You know, we let you know that we're in the loop and we're following these stories and we have opinions
That's
and
right.
we want to know your opinion. You know, I want you all to take the time. If you have a topic or someone that should be up on FYI radio show, Mr. E's going to give that information in a little while. You know, we want to know what you like. We want to know what you want to hear. We also want to invite you to be on our channel with us.
Right.
You know, if you want to be an audience member or, like I said, a special guest, or to have panel discussions. Do you have a very interesting subject you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about relationships? Do you want to talk about money and finances? Do you want to talk about racism or immigration or, you know, women's issues? If you want to join us on Mondays at 6 p.m., just email us at fyradioshow@gmail.com. Mr. E will give you those other platforms that you can reach us through, and let us know. Listen, let's make this really interesting, and let's get in here and talk to our audience, build our audience, and let them know that we are here to hear them, and we are here to let them speak up and speak out on issues that concern them.
That's right. That's what it's all about. I want to say good afternoon to In Her Space. Thank you so much for joining us. The Funky Pilot. We want to say thank you so much for being a part, joining us on our Instagram page all over. We want to say thank you so very much. Funk Pilot. Okay, funky. Yeah. So we want to say thank you so very, very, very much for tuning in to FYI Radio Show.
Absolutely. Don't forget, we're going to be on Wednesday, and we want you all to join us. What's under the hat? I tell you what, I hope that Mr. E, I may not be there, but I hope that he will feature Make It All Right by Yolanda Hinton, and then give you a good word, a 2024 word. And, you know, I hope he, you know, get a chance to just let you all hear it, and you can go and buy it, download it. It is showing up on different platforms. I'm watching it right now. And we want you to go to Amazon. The link is there. It's right there on my personal page. I'll share it with Mr. E so he can put it on his page. Also, we want you all to go to the other platforms. It'll be there, Instagram and different places. And you'll see the picture of... I don't know if you all can see it, but anyway, it's going to be up there. It's a wonderful sunset with me looking out at it and the mountains and stuff. And it says, "Make it all right." And we want you to support and send that message out there. Make that thing viral. Let it go throughout. You're talking about a lot of gossip and stuff. This is a positive message for our community, for our world. And let's make this music go viral. You all go and download it and support, because I'm going to definitely support you. Mr. E, how can folk be a special guest sponsor intern with FYI Radio Show?
If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. All you have to do is give us a call at area code 757-714-7861. Again, that telephone number is area code 757-714-7861. Or you can email us at fYiradioshow@gmail.com. Or you can go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, our FYI Facebook page. And guess what? You can inbox us and let us know. If you want to be a special guest or sponsor, that's the way you got to go. Call 757-714-7861. If there's any topics that you want us to promote or put on for you that you want to talk about, just give us a call at 757-714-7861 or inbox us at Edward Everett Facebook page, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton Facebook page, FYI Facebook page, or email us at fYiradioshow@gmail.com.
Yeah, so man, it's been a pleasure, Mr. E. Thank you so much. You are doing a great job. We look forward to having you share on Wednesday, and we look forward to seeing you all again real soon. You all be blessed. Have a wonderful evening, and don't forget to say your prayers, and don't forget to do something wonderful for someone else. You can reach us. You can inbox us on any of these platforms and let us know that you are looking at FYI and that you're going to share and follow us on our platforms. Please, we want your support. We want you to be there for us. So, Mr. E, thank you so much. God bless you all. You all have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
2 up, 2 down, VA. All right? Have a great day. Bye now.